In this video, I want to give you a few ideas, probably some of which you've never seen before, that'll help you monetize your Pinterest with affiliate marketing. And no, this is not one of those videos where I'm going to teach you how to spam Pinterest with your affiliate links, because that isn't the right way to go about doing it. What we want is we want Pinterest to favor our accounts. We want to be within their terms of service, but I'm always looking for better ways to do things, easier with AI, but also beneficial to the user. So I'm going to show you these. If you're a beginner and you've never used Pinterest, this may feel a little bit advanced, but at the same time, you're probably going to see some really easy things that you haven't seen yet that are going to help you launch your Pinterest business that much faster. So this is a Pinterest project that I started early last year, and I started it purely as a test study for my digital marketing coaching clients to see if we could make money with Pinterest using AI. Now, a lot of people push back on AI. So what I want you to know is that you don't have to use AI to do what I'm going to show you, but I am going to use AI to make everything smoother and faster, because that's what I do every single day. And I believe truly that Pinterest is a genius side hustle for somebody that wants to spend a little bit of the time on the computer, but maybe you have another job or you're a stay-at-home mom, you've got kids. But if you wanted this to be a full-time thing, I think you could do that as well. Okay. So I monetize my Pinterest account. Everything you're looking at is pins that I've made. I monetize my Pinterest account with ad revenue and affiliate marketing. And then my other blog, I also do digital products, which I may at some point on this one too. But today, let's just think about affiliate marketing and how it works. So I'm going to show you right off the bat real deal examples. Before I show you how to do it, let me just show you how it's done, because it's already done. So I'm going to put the links to these tools for you below in the description. This is called Clicky. This is an analytic tool that I pay for. It's not required, but it's what I use to see how people are engaging with my websites. Where did they come from? What pages did they view? So let's just say here's yesterday, okay? About 5,000 visits yesterday. And most of these are coming from Pinterest. How do I know? Scroll down to the bottom. There you go. Pinterest, Canada Pinterest, UK Pinterest, Australia Pinterest, Denmark Pinterest, France Pinterest. Ooh, that's hard to say a bunch of times fast. Anyway, as you can see, this blog specifically is geared towards people that would be on Pinterest looking for ideas and inspiration. So how do we do affiliate marketing? Well, the first thing I do is I create a blog, which I'll show you in a second. And then I will just open any one of these. Let's do this one. So this is a blog about 15 crafts to make and sell at Christmas. So if the person were down here looking at this ornament and they were to scroll down, these are actually all affiliate links. So I put in a shopping list. So let's say they want fine paint pens for lettering. They click there, it goes to Amazon, and it has my affiliate code in here. So to do this, you would need to become part of Amazon's either associates program or influencer program. I'm not going to get into all those differences today. These are things that I do teach in my coaching group, but basically Amazon Associates is great for bloggers that just want to put links in their blogs like I just did. Influencer is for those that want to make videos, that want to do product reviews, that want to upload their videos and have them show on the product pages of Amazon. That's more for influencer. Associates is pretty easy to get into if you have a blog. Influencer, they usually want some sort of a following, like a social channel. Now, you can also do these with something. If you have a Walmart affiliate link, if you have a Costco affiliate link, if you're on one of the influencer apps like LTK, which I'll show you in a second, you can put those links in here, whatever you want. But guess what? I actually used ChatGPT to go out and find all these for me. That is the one hack I haven't seen anybody teach yet. I'm going to show it to you in a couple minutes, because it would take me forever to sit and find each one of these links every time I make a blog like that. So I'm going to show you a way to do that much faster. Now let's go look at another one. So here's boho outfits for the winter. That's another popular one of mine. We're going to open this up. If you scroll down, here's an outfit. Now I made the image with AI, but here they can shop the look. And if they shop the look, it actually goes to an Amazon collage. And I went and picked items that I thought could recreate the look of my outfit that I picked. So not identical, but it works. Now, it's against Amazon's terms of service to like upload this photo to Amazon's influencer account and then click attach links to products that are not identical. That's against the terms of service. You cannot just make an AI image and then upload it to Amazon and directly link. What you'll see instead, what I did, and I'll open it in a new tab here, is I made a collage of actual items sold on Amazon. So my image is on my blog. It's not on Amazon. It's on my blog. So AI is fine here. There's a big difference there. So it's on my blog, and all I did is link it to these are similar. But if I had directly uploaded this to Amazon and then tried to link that hat to that, it could be a violation because it's not the exact same. So what I'm doing is within Pinterest terms of service, and it's within Amazon's terms of service. You can't just go use one of those apps where you can put clothes on your own body and then link it directly, because then you're using AI. That is against Amazon's terms of service with their associates and influencer links. Just some things to keep in mind. I really am trying to be, when I show things, I want to show compliant so that nobody gets in trouble. Whenever I do see somebody get in trouble, it's because they watched what I'm doing and they did it wrong. They tried the other way, and that's against the terms of service. So hopefully that made some sense to you. I'm going to keep going on here. Now, underneath this outfit here is, again, a list where they could go shopping. So you see here, I'm telling them to recreate this look. They need a chunky knit long cardigan. So here, this is going to Amazon, and it's a page of chunky knit cardigans. So they can go shopping and find something. Now, yes, do I really wish, and I know we're going to get there, at some point those rules aren't going to apply. We're going to be able to take an item like this straight off of Amazon or another place, put it on our AI model, and it'll be compliant. We're just not there yet. Amazon hasn't decided that's okay yet. So the best I can do is make an image that's similar and send them over there. Of course, there are a lot of people that are actually buying the items, trying them on, and modeling. But for me, at 54 years old, I'm kind of over it. I'd rather use AI models if I can. Okay, so now scrolling down here, you can see there's another one, but watch this. This is really cool. Another way to do affiliate marketing that's really cool. So I've got the outfit, and then I made a list. This is an ad. Okay, that's just an ad that's running on my website. But down here, I put in this full image that also would look great in that outfit. And if somebody clicks that image, it goes to that exact item on Amazon. Now, I'm using a plugin. I have a WordPress website, and I'm using a plugin called Lasso. What Lasso allows me to do is paste in an Amazon link, and it will automatically make it either a call to action box, it'll make it a button, it'll make it a gallery, it'll make it an image, it'll make it a list. There's all kinds of things that you can do with it. Okay, it's just absolutely fabulous. So I'm also testing some of those. Now, here's another way to do affiliate marketing. On this exact same blog, I'm showing you multiple ways to do affiliate marketing. This right here, this is an LTK widget. So LTK is a platform for influencers, and mostly it's beauty and fashion, but there's also home and garden on here. So as you can see, they're kind of showing us what some of the people are modeling here. And you also can use it to go grab links to so many big brands and Anthropologie and Buckle and Home Depot and Nordstrom and Costco and Walmart and all the things. I mean, so hundreds, I don't know, maybe thousands, so many brands are on here. So I'm able to grab a link to a shopping page, and I can now get paid affiliate links. Also, you can go in there and create these little widgets. So in this particular case, what I did is I'll click here and show you. So this, I actually bought this and I did model this one, but I got the sweater. Okay. So up here, I have a little LTK Chrome extension that you can get when you sign up with LTK. Okay. Let me log in real quick. Let's see if it'll let me log in. Oh, okay. I'm not going to do it in this moment because it's going to mess me up. But what it does is right here, if I'm connected, it just says grab the link. And it'll even tell you how much the commission is. And it's awesome. Now, if you want to be part of LTK, you have to be invited in. And I actually can send in your name and an email if you think you have enough of following. Unfortunately, they don't really tell us. They don't really tell us what they're looking for, so we don't know. I think I got accepted before I was even doing beauty and fashion. I want to say it was just like with a Facebook page or something. But if you've got a TikTok account, if you've got an Instagram account, it's worth trying. So you can let me know if that's something that you want me to send in for you, but don't do it unless you have something you feel comfortable about submitting. Some sort of social channel where you have some sort of a following, engagement, or you're already doing product reviews or something like that. But what I was able to do is I was able to click this and then I saved it to a file in the LTK app called Buckle. Okay, you could do crochet sweaters, you could do denim outfits, you could do whatever you want. Then when I could do a blog, I just go create a little widget and I can pick whatever I want to show up in that little widget. Okay, so I was figuring these are boho looking. This might do well on this particular blog because they have a boho vibe. But you could do this with Nordstrom. You can do this with H&M. You can do this, just whatever fits you and your vibe. Okay, so these are a lot of ways that I do affiliate marketing. So every day I'm getting money from Amazon, from people clicking those links. I'm getting money from LTK, from somebody buying something. Now I have another one that is doing really well right now. Let me see if it's popping up here. And I'm shocked at the conversion, how well it's converting. And it's teaching me something like, okay, I need to go spend some more time there. It's right here. I think it's this one, Vintage Aesthetic. Let me open it and check. So I just discovered that Wayfair also is part of LTK. And when I use Wayfair links with Lasso, it creates these images. Unfortunately, and I know this is pretty high level. I'll talk about a lot of these different tools. So if you're a beginner, this may not be the best video for you, except for what I'm about to show you will be. This part's probably overwhelming. But what I found was, like, if I go grab Nordstrom links and I just try to use Lasso to put in the link, it doesn't give me the image. It just says LTK. So I would have to go build one of those widgets. But with Wayfair, it actually drops the image in here. And doesn't this look like an actual blog image? I love it. So what I noticed is there's a bedding that I put. Is it this blog? Maybe it's another page. Hold on. There's another one. I put it's this one. So this bedding right here, I'm selling a bunch of. Well, not a bunch of. I've sold a few of them. And that's really interesting. And I was like, wait, my LTK is going off. Cha-ching, cha-ching. What's happening here? All because I dropped in this as part of the overall blog. So let's piggyback on that for a second. Okay, I'm going to show you a couple of ways to do this. There's a tool that I use. I'm going to link it below, and it is called Pin Clicks. Hopefully I'm logged in. And I love this tool if you're trying to figure out what to create content around. Now, one of the things that I'm finding is whenever I create like cottage core, grandma core, or grand millennial, or rococo, or I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. The types of home decor, I find this is where those links to the Wayfair are going to pay off. So what I'm going to do really quick is I am going to, let me just go to home decor here in filters, and it starts to tell us what topics are the most popular. Okay, so wallpaper, let's keep going for a second. Room ideas. So this could be anything related to room ideas, kitchen ideas, bathroom ideas, right? Those kinds of things. But I like to even get more specific, like not just bathroom ideas. What kind of bathroom ideas would interest somebody, right? Flowers aesthetic. Ooh, that's a good one. I haven't done too much of that. And let's see if I type in the word core, will it give me what I want? Like grandma core, vintage, like that kind of stuff. Those are, yes, there we go. So cottage core is number one. Dream core. I haven't done that one. I've never even heard of it. Fairy core, cottage core. You see these are like really popular on Pinterest, these types of things. So let's just go with cottage core because I know how popular it is. Now, over here, if we go to see top pins using pin clicks, we can actually look and see what's working. Cottage core kitchen is number one. Let's do it. I don't know if I've done anything with that one yet, but let's just go with it. So cottage core kitchen, and you can see some of the attributes that it's got there. Cute cottage ideas, cute homes interior. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. So now what's the next thing that I would do? I'm going to show you exactly what I would do. I'm going to come up here. This is called Harpa, and it's a Chrome extension that runs my Chat GPT for me. So it will work with any page on my website. But let me just show you. Give me 10 title ideas for a blog about a cottage core kitchen. My audience is Pinterest users. By the way, check out my ebooks below this video. I've got some guides that'll get you started with like Pinterest and other things. But if you're really looking to get into Pinterest, that might be a good starting point for you. 10 cozy cottage core kitchen ideas to transform your home. How to create the perfect cottage core kitchen with vintage charm. Ooh, with vintage. Embrace cottage core aesthetics, must-have kitchen items, create a dreamy cottage core kitchen on a budget. 30 ways to add rustic elegance to your cottage core kitchen. Okay, I'm obsessed with that one. Now, that's really a big one. So I don't usually suggest my newbies start with one that's 30 things long, because you'll have to go in and end up adding images. But I'm going to go with it because I just wanted to show you this is how I'd really do it in real life. I make multiple six figures a year, by the way, in content creation. So this is what I do. I'm doing YouTube videos. I'm writing ebooks. I'm doing Pinterest. I'm doing TikTok. I'm doing Amazon, all these things, right? So this is exactly what I would do if I got up with my coffee this morning. So we're going to go with this 30 ways. Okay, now I'm going to run another. What I'm going to do now is I would go over to my blog. And by the way, if you need a website, my brothers, Jeff and Paul, actually build these. And hold on one second. Okay, I logged in. I paused the video to log into here and to LTK as well. Okay, so this is exactly what I would do. I would go to a new post and I would paste in that title. Next thing I would do is I would open Harpa again. Now Harpa is going to run my Chat GPT. I'm using Chat GPT 5 Pro in this particular case. When I want Chat GPT to go out and scan the web and grab me affiliate links like off Amazon, I find that Chat GPT 5 Pro is the one that'll do it. When I shift back to like 4, it gets me broken links. And it's not perfect every time. You have to kind of finesse it a little bit, but I'll show you. So I've got a prompt here. List post with affiliate blog. And basically what I've told it to do is ask me the topic of my blog, and then I want you to run this series of events, right? So let's start it. I'm going to go list post with affiliate blog. And by the way, if you're part of my coaching group, you get all of these prompts. You get all of my ebooks. We have 2 monthly 2-hour calls. We have a private Facebook group. There's courses, there's videos, there's training, there's resources. So here it says, what's the topic? So I'm going to paste in the topic, 30 ways to add rustic elegance to your cottage core decor. I didn't have to put 30. I could have just put anything and it's going to ask me how many I want. So it says, do you want me to write the blog in this exact format? Influencer style intro, numbered list of sections, influencer style description, shop the look, do's and don'ts, affiliate disclosure. Yes, I do. I just pre-built that into the prompt. So it's just kind of, it's reaffirming to me what it's about to do. Then it says, any preferences? How many numbers do you want? I'm going to put 30. Now, I did this morning. I spent about an hour doing 10 fall crafts. I forget what it's called, but it was basically flannel to make out of flannel shirts. So this same idea this morning. Okay, so it says, I'll start writing. Okay, yes. Okay, so now it's writing the blog in the way that I told it to. Okay, well, oftentimes it doesn't come out perfect. So here's what I have to do sometimes. Let me just copy that intro. Just do section 1. Make it a subheading, and make sure those links are real links and hyperlinks. When you have it go section by section, one at a time, it does a much better job creating the pattern, and then we can continue on from there. So sometimes it just doesn't get the prompt right out of the gate, and I got to just revise it. So now this looks perfect. Now let's check our links. So reclaimed wood shelving. There it is. Perfect. Can you believe it can do this? If you've been on Pinterest a while and you see what I'm doing, you're probably going, oh my gosh. I just was playing around one day. I'm like, hey, ChatGPT, go get me the links. And it did it. I was like, what? Stop. How did it do that? Okay, so then there's the intro. So then I would just copy this section in here. Okay, you see that? Okay, now, can you do the entire blog the same way? Now, sometimes it won't keep going. Maybe it'll stop at number 10. Maybe it'll start getting skimpy. You got to see what it does. So sometimes it'll pick it up and keep going for a while. So there's the intro. There's the title. There's number 1. So far, so good. Oh, yeah, no, that still looks good. Okay, so number 2 is going to be hang vintage woven basket. So while it's typing, I usually will do this, kind of just go in and grab number 2 and then paste that here. Or you can wait, let it finish typing, and let it go as far as it can go. Okay, so while it's doing that, let me show you exactly how I bring in the Wayfair item for those of you that really want to see this, okay? So here's what we do. We need natural wood kitchen shelves, reclaimed wood shelving. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go over to Wayfair. Now, there might be other stores you can do this with. For some reason, I checked Wayfair, and it's one that works with the full image. So that's the one with lasso. So that's what I'm using right now. So up here, I'm going to put reclaimed wood shelves. There we go. Ooh, reclaimed wood shelf pantry. I always get ideas too when I look at these. Okay, so this is a good one right here. Okay, so we're going to click that one. Now here's where the LTK link comes in. Come up here to my extension, and I'm going to click that LTK link. Now it says $96.99. It has to do with their different sizes or something. I'm not sure why that price is different on there. I think it's because the size, if I picked a different size, it would be a different price. So we click the LTK link, and then it'll tell you your commission rate. Click on variable commission, up to 10.5% in default, up to 10.5% Canada. Okay, and then there's got some exclusions. You play around with it. But I'm finding that to be the 10% to be ish, right? The average. So I'm going to do save and copy. Now, if I wanted to save this somewhere, I could save this to my Wayfair folder. If I want, I could save this to kitchen. I could save it to farmhouse, or, because then later I can go create widgets with those categories. Okay, that's again a whole nother video, but if you're using LTK at all, you might get the idea here. So now we've got that link. All we got to do is click copy. Now our affiliate code is built in. Okay, now let's just say I want to post that right here. Instead of going and making a Pinterest image, which I'll show you the image, how to make an image in a minute with AI. But instead of doing that, let's just say we want to drop in this Wayfair link as our main image right here, which I'm loving. They're really working well. So I'm going to click this little plus and I'm going to go to lasso. Now remember, the link to lasso, pin clicks, Harpa, all of that is in the description below. I'm going to click add a display and I'm going to go to image, create a link, paste that in, add link. Now watch what happens. Add. Isn't that fantastic? It looks like I made an image for that section, but it's actually a shoppable image. It's a shoppable link when they click on it. That is outstanding to me. So now you've got your Amazon links down here. You've got your Wayfair links down here. As long as you are creating a valuable blog that somebody's going to find interesting, this is going to win on a lot of levels. You're giving them inspiration. Now, let's just say you want to give them a little bit more of an image of what this could look like in a cottage core kitchen. Okay, I'm going to ask Harpa here, give me an idea of what this would look like in a cottage core. Did we say rustic? I think it's rustic, cottage core, rustic kitchen. Because one thing I know is that Pinterest users are looking for inspiration. They're looking for ideas. So while this works, there's not a lot of cottage core look on there. So I might go, you know, let me at least give them a real something they can get inspired by. So I'm going to take this description here, and now I'm going to open my AI image creator. Now I'm going to put a link in the description below. I use Ideagram. Listen, the nano bananas of the world and all of those things are almost, I mean, so close to being there. We won't need a tool like this eventually, I'm sure. But what I have found so far is like Nano Banana is still struggling with the size outputs. It's not giving us the right size outputs. And I don't as much like the Pinterest pins on that yet, but we're close. We're really close to those other, you know, ChatGPT will be able to spit them out very soon. But for some reason, this tool is still my favorite. It still does the best. That's all I'll tell you about it. When the others will do it, then we won't pay for this extra tool, but I am. So I'm going to do a 916 image. Now, why am I doing 916? Because this is the vertical style image that Pinterest likes. So rather than making a horizontal image or a square image like most people do on the blogs, I actually make mine look like they're pinned so I can pin them directly from the blog, which is just perfection. Okay, now we just need to make sure we can see those rustic shelves. This is perfect. Look how good this is. Oh my gosh. Not only will this get clicks, this is one of those that'll just get share after share. Just make sure that your shelving looks like the shelving you're offering in the blog, right? A little bit more. So I would go back here and say, okay, so maybe we would go grab a different one from Wayfair. Let's come over here and say, let me try something. Cottage core shelving. Let me see if there's anything specifically that says cottage core shelf that would even be a little better. So they're not going to be identical, but they're going to be similar. So what I might go back and do too is you could have ChatGPT describe, like, let's just say these shelves right here. You could open it. You could have ChatGPT describe that shelf. Then when you go into Ideagram, you would just describe that with that color and that style. But this still works for me. So I'm going to go to download JPEG and I'm going to say cottage core kitchen. The reason it still works for me is because all I'm doing here is I'm trying to give them an idea for what shelving might look like in a cottage core kitchen. Then I'm dropping in items that they might also like to buy, something like this, you know, and maybe I'll move that down a little bit so it's not right underneath, implying that that's the same shelf, you see. So, and then I'm going to make that in a full size image. Okay. Now, how does this get transferred over to Pinterest? Would be your next question. Well, after I get done with this blog, you could use a scheduling tool or you could use native Pinterest. What I would do next is I would go to Pinterest and I would go to create a pin. And then I'm going to upload and I would go to that one, the cottage core one we just saved. Now, what I like to do is I like to have Chat GPT tell me the Pinterest title and description. So once again, I open Harpa. I'm going to say, give me a Pinterest title and description for number 1. Now, when you're done with this, you will have 30 images to go on a board on Pinterest. That's incredible. So now you go to Pinterest, you create a board called Cottage Core Kitchen, and you put all 30 of these pins on that board. Now, some people will say, you can just go ahead and put all of those pins over because they're different ideas with the same URL. I schedule mine out a week apart and let it build over time because I'm nervous about tripping a spam filter. I don't know. I couldn't tell you the right or wrong definitive because it's not against Pinterest terms of service to post multiple images with the same URL, but it could look spammy if all of a sudden you're just, putting out all of these images on one board. So it's just my practice to spread them out. So this board would be built over 30 weeks from this one blog, but then I may have other blogs that are feeding that board as well. I might have a board called, in fact, I might start with just a board called Cottage Core, right? And I'll have things for the living room and things for the bedroom and things for the kitchen. And then eventually, when there's enough of the kitchen ones, I separate that to go build that other board over time. So you're building multiple boards at the same time. I know that can get confusing. So hopefully this makes a little bit of sense to you. So then I would come over here and I would paste this in there. And then I would put the link to this blog once it's finished. Now remember, see what it did? We were writing the 30 ways and it stopped at, and I am going to finish this blog because this is such a great idea. It stopped at number 5. So now I might have to say, now finish writing the blog from number 6. Generally, what I will do is I'll get all the items over here on the blog first before I start making pictures, just so that it's all here. Sometimes I will publish the blog without all the pictures. I'll just put in a couple pictures up top, let it get started, and then I wait for clicks. I wait to see if the Pinterest pins are gonna rank, if this blog post is going to rank, because if it does and I start getting traffic, then I go, all right, let me go spend some time on here. I usually will change that URL and I'm gonna say rustic cottage core kitchen. And then I'm gonna put this in my home decor kitchen and I'm gonna tag it with cottage core. And maybe, let me see if I have rustic in here too. Yep, it fits both of those, okay? So then you can see it still only went to 6 to 7. So you may have to play around with this blog to get it to finish doing its thing, but still, it's writing it for you. It's finding the links for you, and it's just incredible. So there's 3 ways for you on how you can do Pinterest affiliate marketing the right way and make money every day from your blog once you start getting enough traffic. I'm Lori Ballen. I hope you like this video. I'd love to have you in my coaching program. All of the links are below, and I will talk to you later.